Is swan a good pet? Swans are not typically recommended as pets for several reasons. First and foremost, swans are wild animals that require a specific habitat, diet, and care that can be difficult to provide in a domestic setting. Additionally, swans can be aggressive and territorial, particularly during breeding season, and their large size and powerful wings can make them potentially dangerous to humans and other animals. In some areas, it may also be illegal to keep swans as pets without a special permit or license. Instead of keeping a swan as a pet, it may be better to appreciate these graceful birds in their natural habitats or through organized birdwatching activities. What are swans useful for? Swans are not typically considered useful animals in the same way that farm animals like cows or chickens are, as they are not commonly raised for meat, eggs, or milk. However, swans do play an important role in their natural ecosystems. They are graceful waterfowl that can help to control populations of aquatic plants and animals, and they also serve as an important food source for predators like foxes and eagles. In addition, swans are revered for their beauty and have been used for ornamental purposes in parks, gardens, and estates. Their feathers have also been used in decorative arts and crafts throughout history. Overall, while swans may not have a direct practical use to humans, they are an important part of our natural world and contribute to the balance and beauty of the ecosystems they inhabit. What is special about swan bird? Swans are known for their grace, beauty, and elegance, and they are often considered one of the most iconic and recognizable bird species in the world. Here are some of the unique and special characteristics of swans. Beautiful appearance. Swans are known for their striking appearance, with their long necks, snowy white feathers, and distinctive black bills. They are also one of the largest flying birds in the world, with some species reaching over 5 feet in length and weighing over 30 pounds. Mating behavior. Swans are famous for their romantic and monogamous mating behavior, which involves elaborate courtship rituals and the formation of long-lasting pair bonds. Strong parental instincts. Swans are devoted parents, with both males and females taking an active role in caring for their young. They will fiercely defend their nests and cygnets, baby swans, from predators and other threats. Long lifespan. Swans have a relatively long lifespan compared to many other bird species, with some individuals living up to 20 years or more in the wild. Cultural significance. Swans have played an important role in many cultures throughout history, and are often associated with themes of beauty, grace, love, and loyalty. Do swans only love once? The idea that swans only love once and mate for life is a popular myth, but it is not entirely accurate. While swans do form strong pair bonds with their mates and often remain together for several years, it is not uncommon for them to form new partnerships if their mate dies or if they are separated for other reasons. In fact, some research suggests that only about 20% of swan pairs actually stay together for life. Swans are social animals and may form close bonds with other swans, especially during the breeding season when they form large groups. So while swans may have a strong sense of loyalty and affection for their mates, they are not necessarily monogamous for life. What happens when one swan dies? When one swan dies, the surviving swan may experience a range of emotions and behaviors. Swans are social animals and often form strong bonds with their mates, so the death of a mate can be a significant loss for the surviving swan. In some cases, the surviving swan may mourn the loss of its mate and show signs of grief, such as calling out, swimming in circles, or refusing to leave the side of the deceased swan. It is also not uncommon for the surviving swan to become restless, anxious, or even aggressive as it adjusts to life without its mate. If the surviving swan is not able to find a new mate, it may continue to live alone or seek out other swans to form a new bond with. In some cases, swans have even been known to form new bonds with other species of birds, such as geese or ducks. Overall, the death of one swan can have a significant impact on the behavior and emotions of the surviving swan, but they are generally able to adapt and continue living their lives. Will my swans fly away? Swans are capable of flying, but whether or not they will fly away depends on a number of factors, such as their habitat, the availability of food and water, and their bond with their current location and caretakers. If swans are provided with a suitable habitat, including ample food and water, and are not threatened by predators or other factors that may cause them to feel unsafe, they are less likely to fly away. Additionally, if swans have formed a bond with their caretakers or their current location, they may be less likely to fly away. However, it is important to note that swans are wild animals and can be unpredictable. In some cases, swans may become startled or frightened and attempt to fly away. Therefore, it is important to take precautions to ensure their safety and prevent them from flying away, such as providing them with a secure and enclosed area. If you are concerned about the possibility of your swans flying away, it is recommended that you consult with a wildlife expert or a veterinarian who can provide you with more specific advice and guidance. How much does a swan cost? The cost of a swan can vary depending on several factors, including the species, age, and location of the bird. In some cases, captive-bred swans may be available for purchase from a breeder or a licensed wildlife dealer. However, it is important to note that in many places, swans are protected by law and it may be illegal to own or purchase them without the proper permits and licenses. Additionally, swans are wild animals and require specialized care and a suitable habitat to thrive, so owning them can be challenging and expensive. If you are interested in obtaining a swan, it is recommended that you consult with a wildlife expert or a veterinarian who can provide you with more specific advice and guidance on the legal and ethical considerations of owning a swan, as well as the care and maintenance requirements associated with keeping them as pets. Can a swan live alone? Swans are social animals and tend to prefer living in pairs or small groups. However, if a swan is unable to find a mate or if its mate dies, it may be able to adapt to living alone with proper care and attention. When a swan is living alone, it is important to provide it with ample space, food, and water, as well as environmental enrichment to prevent boredom and loneliness. Swans may benefit from interacting with other waterfowl, such as ducks or geese, or with humans who can provide them with socialization and stimulation. However, it is important to note that swans are wild animals and may not thrive in a captive environment. Before considering keeping a swan as a pet, it is important to research the legal and ethical considerations of ownership and consult with a wildlife expert or veterinarian to ensure that the swan's needs are met and that it is able to live a healthy and happy life. Can swans fall in love? Swans are social animals and have been observed to form strong pair bonds with their mates, which can be characterized by mutual affection, courtship displays, and a sense of loyalty and protection towards each other. While it is difficult to say if swans experience emotions in the same way that humans do, there is evidence to suggest that they are capable of forming close bonds and exhibiting behaviors that are consistent with what we might consider love. For example, male swans have been observed to perform elaborate courtship displays, including preening, posturing, and vocalizing, to attract a mate. Once a pair bond has been formed, swans will typically remain together for several years and may engage in behaviors such as synchronized swimming, mutual grooming, and even mourning the loss of a mate. Overall, while we cannot know for certain if swans experience love in the same way that humans do, their behaviors and social bonds suggest that they are capable of forming deep and meaningful connections with their mates. Do swans get aggressive? Yes, swans can become aggressive in certain situations, particularly during their breeding season or when they feel threatened or provoked. Swans are large and powerful birds, with sharp beaks and strong wings that can cause injury to humans or other animals. During breeding season, which typically occurs in the spring and summer months, swans may become territorial and aggressive towards other swans or animals that they perceive as a threat to their nesting sites or offspring. They may also become defensive if they feel that their personal space is being invaded or if they perceive a threat to their mate or young. It is important to be cautious around swans and to give them a wide berth, particularly during breeding season or if they are with their young. Avoid approaching swans too closely or feeding them, as this can encourage aggressive behavior and may lead to dependence on humans for food. Are you thinking about getting a swan? Let us know what you decide in the comments below. And if you know someone who's thinking about getting a swan, please share this with them. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching.